24, we've got Stephen Daw in this one. Keith Potts, Malcolm Simmons. Right, here we go then with race 23. Stephen Daw up there with number 30 also alongside him. Malcolm Simmons. Stephen Daw pulls away come that first bend. And somebody else is also whipped up inside Malcolm Simmons. Very tall lad. Well, no, we don't got a lad, is it, Malcolm Simmons? It's a very tall. It's Keith Potts has whipped up inside him, but Simo's got him back. So Simo's back into second place from Keith Potts. Hello, somebody's clutch has just gone rolling up the inside there, nearly hit our finish flag, man. Looked like the whole of the clutch has dropped off of somebody's bike. But never mind, Stephen Daw is in front, 110. Malcolm Simmons has come back into his second place to hold it from Keith Potts. Followed by 28 Graeme Buckle there and 176 Adrian Phipps. 112 and 117 Keith Massingham. But 110 Stephen Daw. Got a very good lead there, just overtaking the back marker. He's shaking his head, he can't believe how it goes so quick. 30 Malcolm Simmons. Makes it look so easy, doesn't he, Malcolm Simmons? He looks like he's on a Sunday afternoon ride about on his bike. Absolutely effortless the way he's going around there. Well, I can assure you it isn't as easy as it looks. 110 Stephen Daw, he's had 3 laps and had a rest. He's obviously riding 2 bikes today, so he's taken a rest on the last one. But number 30 Malcolm Simmons second, followed by Keith Potts third. 185 I think might have been lapped. Somebody's looking for their clutch. It's in the long grass somewhere where you are actually. I don't know if all the little bits are there, but there's a big lump of it I see go bouncing up there. A little bit slow, I understand I'm reading them too quick for you. Right, race 24. First was 110, Stephen Daw. Second was number 30, Malcolm Simmons. Third was 175, Keith Potts. Fourth was 176, followed by 28, 117, 112 and 185. The time for that was 1 minute 19 seconds exactly. Average speed of exactly 55 miles per hour. End up merging the heats. There they go, away. And number 68 is in the lead as the passenger jumps across to the back wheel. Number 68, K Jarvis in front. Jarvis in front. In fact, it's pulled out quite a lead. It looked quite close when they went round this corner the first time, but in fact it's not him in front, it's 126. We did have a change of position. 126 is now in front. It's Neil Cuff, followed by a battle for second place. In fact, the leader has gone from first to third, but I think he's going to have a bit of a battle now. But 126 Neil Cuff, one of the better of the 1000cc left-hand sidecar riders, going around there, passenger hanging out there, trying to keep that wheel on the ground and stopping the thing from tipping over. Second place is number 60, it's Kevin Bovis, followed by 68, Ken Jarvis. Look at the lead, Neil Cuff has got pulled out an absolutely huge lead here as he goes down that hill. It must be quite exciting for the passage there when you go over the hill. You're suddenly pushed up in the air and then suddenly you've got to be over that sidecar well. I think the driver's had a bit of a message that we've got a big lead and we can ease off a little bit now. So number 60, second place, Kevin Bovis, followed by 68, Ken Jarvis. Neil Cuff, very big lead now. He's going to take it steady. Why make a mistake? You need to finish in each of the races to make the final. Very steady right round there. I don't think he's misfiring. I think that's just because the throttle's off a little bit. These bikes are tuned to rev properly at the right number of revs. When they're actually ticking over, they sometimes sound a little bit rough. You see left-hand sidecars was first 126, second number 60, third number 68. 1 minute 39 and 2/5 seconds, 43.7 miles per hour. That's 126, 60 and 68, 139 and 2/5, 43.7 miles per hour. And how many left-handers have we got this time? Is it left-hand sidecars? It must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we've got a full field of 6 this time. It's just the way the heats are worked out when you get a couple of people pull out during the day. Sometimes they pull out of the heats equally, sometimes they pull out of one heat more than others, but looks like we're going to get a cracker of a race this time. 1,000 left-hand sidecars on the line. Just watching when they come off the start line. The passenger is currently, or most of the passenger is currently over the back wheel, and by the time they get to that first bend, he needs to be over that sidecar wheel. If he's not, they're in trouble. Let's put it that way. Let's see at what point they move. Actually, most of them start to move as they come over the finish line to get over there. And I think a marker gone now. I think somebody just clipped it with their back or their bum, one of the two. All 6 started and all 6 still going. Who's in front now? That's the question. Can't see his number from here. 69, I think, followed by 25 and then 9. Somebody's got a problem here. Very difficult to see some of the numbers on these sidecars, but I think 69 is in front. I think that's Bernie Townsend, number 69. Well, it was Bernie Townsend, but it changed. It was Lenny Brewer, actually. Lenny Brewer has taken over number 69. Followed by number 9, and I think it might be number 25. I can't actually see the number, but he's got a body colour on that says 25. So 69 is in front, Lenny Brewer. If you look closely, you can see his number plate. It's right behind where the driver's leg is, actually, and you can't see much of a number to the front of the bike. But I think it's number 9. I think it's 69, 9. I still miss the number of the third place man. Fourth is 123, followed by 151, Graeme Hilton. Unfortunately, we've got no Mr. Blobby here today on the 1,000 left-handers. Last year we did have a bike in the colours of Mr. Blobby, and the rider's got Mr. Blobby leathers on as well. So we did see Mr. Blobby in the left-handers last year, but not this year. Third place is 125. Oh, they've got a 25 on their body colour, but in fact they're riding 125. Another difficult one to see the numbers, but those people that attended the ESSA Club meeting last year saw Mr. Blobby on a 1000cc left-hand sidecar, which is not Bernie Townsend as your original programmes. In fact, it's Lenny Brewer, Bob Agar. So first number 69, second number 9, that's Bob Gear. Third 125, Tony Penfold. Fourth 123, Billy Penfold. And fifth 151, Graeme Hilton. And number 7, left-handed sidecar being pushed in there. Obviously hit a problem. The time of that was 1 minute 38, average speed of 44.4 miles per hour. Just run over numbers only, a little bit quicker. 69, 9, 125, 123 and 151. 1 minute 38 seconds, 44.4 miles per hour. So on the line for race 27, the 250s and they're away. We've got a fairly big field of these, and it's 16 Scott Nicholls, followed by 33 Richard Smith, 6 Phil Ranson. So Scott Nicholls beat Richard Smith on his last time out. Richard Smith very high up. I think he ended up about 2nd place in the National Championships last year, so he's looking one of the top men in the country. Currently being beaten by 16 Scott Nicholls, also one of the top men in the country. Both been having a good crack at Speedway at the moment. He was certainly very good in the youth. He's only just, I think it's his 2nd season of adult racing, Scott Nicholls. His father Tom Nicholls used to race as well, on 2 valves, but not finding time these days with doing the spare service on the day. But 25 is in 3rd place. That's Dean Harrison. Phil Ranson up there in 5th place, followed by 12 Roy Leake and 99. That's Daniel Abbott. So Scott Nicholls pulled out a big lead from Richard Smith. I wonder if Richard Smith's holding a bit back for the final. You never know with these lads. They don't always show you the full colours at times. 183 and Liam Amos also up there in 3rd place. He's having a good ride. I think that's his father that will be doing the report for Speedway Star next week. So if you want to see a report of it and the full results and what's happening in the grass track world. 16 Scott Nicholls pulls a wheelie over the line. by the Speedway start, find out what's on next week and where to go. It is very difficult to actually find out what's on and where in Grasstrack because so many things change week by week. But if you want a comprehensive service of what's on and where, that is the paper to buy. Mistake, yeah. Result of race 27 is first, number 16, Scott Nicholls. I think that's his fourth win of the day. Second, 33, Richard Smith. Followed by 183, Ian Lee Amis. Number 25, Dean Harrison. Number 6, Phil Ranson. Number 12, Roy Leake. And number 99, Daniel Abbott. The time for that one was 1 minute 23 seconds. An average speed of 52.4 miles per hour. At 16, 33, 183, 25, 6, 12 and 99. Now I wonder how many of you have actually turned the page to race 28 and found that race 28 is not there. That's because it should be on the bottom of the previous page. So race 27 follows race 28, should be on the previous page. The wonderful mechanical marvels of computers, reduction photocopiers and printing somehow made race 28 disappear. And 74. I'll try and give you the names as they go around, but number 62 is Steve Syrett, followed by 71 Arthur Livings. Third place is number 7 on that BSA, Chris Norris. So that's 3 of the names we've done. 62 is Steve Syrett, 71 is Arthur Livings, and 7 is Chris Norris. Only 2 more names I've got to give you for this race. 62 Steve Syrett, got a good lead here. 22, that is Gary Brown, up there in the race. And the only other starter was number 74, which is Mark Powell. So we've gone through all the names during the race. You couldn't write them down, could you? Because you were watching the race instead of writing them down. I'll try and give you the names with the results at the end. It's absolutely hugely. Mark Powell's gone up into second place now, ahead of Chris Norris. Arthur Livings is going to have a crack around the outside of number 7, Chris Norris, but hasn't quite got the power to do so. Bit surprised at that, but there you go. 62 Steve Syrett starts his last lap, absolutely flying. It'll be interesting to see the time for this one. He's absolutely flying. Compare the time with Scott Nicholls, but I don't think it'll be quite as fast as the previous heat with Scott, because Scotty was really flying, but certainly Stevie Syrett's got going this time, if he doesn't ease off. So a fine win then for 62 Steve Syrett. Have a look behind him, where are they? 74 is Mark Powell, 7 is Chris Norris with the dots on the helmet, followed by 71 Arthur Livings and 22 Gary Brown. First, number 62, Steve Syrett. Second, number 74, Mark Powell. Third, number 7, Chris Norris. Fourth, number 71, Arthur Livings. And fifth, number 22, Gary Brown. Looking okay, and we're getting on with some racing. It's nearly 25 past 3, so we're reasonably on time. We really ought to be finishing the first session of legs by 4 o'clock, so hopefully about a 4 o'clock interval. We can all do very well. But our way, 500 sidecars, our way. And Lionel Cox and Grace Hager in second. I think it might be Simon Beard in front, judging by the previous one. Well, will Lionel Cox leave it to the last lap this time? He actually come unstuck by doing that last time, by leaving it to a last lap before he attacked. So I think he's straight out into the attack this time. So Simon Beard followed by Lionel Cox. Third place is number 7, which is David and Nigel Carter, followed by Steve Todd and Fiona Struckett. Both Dunmo Club members, both here helping put the track up yesterday. In fact, the tadpoles belonged to Fiona that Darren Todd nearly had. Simon Beard looking either side of his shoulder. He knows that Lionel Cox is there somewhere, but he wanted to know whether he was on the inside or the outside. But as it happened, Lionel wasn't really in a position to attack anyway. So it didn't matter too much. But Lionel's coming around the outside this time. He's going to have a crack at him, but he's just drifted a little bit wide there. He can't quite do it. But Perhaps the extra speed up the straight, now he's cut back to the inside to try and get by him. Once again, Steve Daw and Fiona are going to be in the way, but Lionel should know that this time, so no excuses this Lionel if they're in the way. But it's again, it's split them up. Lionel's gone up the inside and Steve was just in the way. Just messed him up again, unfortunately, but it's very, very difficult. Lionel's had his attack on the last bend messed up on 2 occasions there by Steve Daw, but whoever's in front can choose their line, so you know, it just happened that Steve was left a bit of a gap on the inside, and just as Lionel committed himself to it, then Steve decided to actually cut back into the inside and unfortunately messed Lionel up. So there you go. Number 4, Simon Beard and James Croft. Second place was number 78, Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan. Third, number 7, David and Nigel Carter. And fourth, number 2, Steve Todd and Fiona Strachan. The time for that race was 1 minute 27 and 2/5, and an average speed of 49.7 miles an hour. 119 Simon Richardson's generally gone straight out in front from these. He's the one with the red and white arms and legs. Black in the middle, red and white arms and legs. He's usually powered away, but who knows what happens in Grasstrack. Away. And it's 262. Jack Walker got in front this time. 262, followed by 561, the man with the Duncan Tolhurst leathers on. He's in second place. And where is Simon Richardson? He's not having it all his own way. Or is he? I think he's up into second place and just about to come around the outside of Jack Walker. Bit of bump. Jack's going to hold on, but Simon Richardson gets the power on first. And he's in front. He didn't get a very good start, but 119 Simon Richardson soon came past there. Somebody's got a bit of a misfire there as they come past me. It sounds possibly Brian Horrigan, number 53, with a misfire. On the 500 Jack, JAP, standing for John A. Presswich, not Japanese, most unfortunate. It's one of the best British manufacturers of motorbikes, has the initial of JAP. And who's taken over the motorcycle industry? The Japanese. Never mind, Simon Richardson, as expected, pulled out a big lead. 186 John Murray's got a problem. Maybe it was his that was the misfire. He's actually pulled into the centre of the track. I understand his chain's come off, the rear chain. Indeed, there is no chain on the rear sprocket. 53 Brian Horrigan and 71 Arthur Livings were having a bit of a battle, but Brian Horrigan's had a problem. Which way is he going to go? Don't stop in the middle of the track, Brian. That's not the best place to be. Oops, I've all avoided him anyway. Here we go, Simon Richardson picks up the checker flag for the third time this afternoon. 3 straight wins for him. 262 Jack Walker also had some very good rides. Followed closely by Arthur Livings, number 71. 3 Brian Horrigan has stopped, so we've got 2 non-finishers in this one, but look at it. 119. Second, 262. Third, 71. Fourth, 561. Fifth, 118. Followed by 101. 1 minute 25 and 3/5 seconds, 50.8 miles per hour. Run through that again a little bit quicker. 119, 262, 71, 561, 118 and 101. 1 minute 25 and 3/5 seconds, 50.8 miles per hour. We're on to the third leg of the solo 350s. They have in fact got another leg to come because they, rather than 3 legs in the final, because there's only 12 or 13 of them, we're doing 4 straight legs, so you've got to keep the reliability tonight. We've got Stephen Daw in this one, John Dormer, Neil Scopes, Keith Potts, David Mears, and it's David Mears in front. 231 Roy Sismore, I believe, was also up there. Neil Scopes on the inside of that bend up there, I can see in second place. I think that's Stephen Daw has moved up into third place. John Dormer back there in 6th. I think he's just had a nudge from Mitchell Godden. 15 Neil Scopes, followed by 139 David Mears. 110 Stephen Daw out of the inside. What a cracking race this is! 3 of them side by side at the top bend, but Stephen Daw's got the advantage. He took the inside line, and he's crept up the inside of Neil Scopes. So, 110 Stephen Daw from number 15. Neil Scopes, 139 David Mears, 175 Keith Potts, number 9 Mitchell Godden, 231 Roy Gorman, number 1 John Dormer. God, what an entry we've got on the 350 today. I mean, we've got about 8 of the top 350s in the country here, and that provides some spectacular racing over these 4 legs. 110, Stephen Daw in front. 15 nil Scopes. Still David Mears, Mitchell Godden. Roy Gum, John Dormer. Used to be a 250 man, followed by 190. Mark Whiteman and 261 Andy Godden. I'm losing my breath here to come around the lapper back marker. Hopefully he won't get in anybody's way. The 110 Stephen Daw wins, followed by 15 nil Scopes. 139 David Mears, Mitchell Godden takes a wide line but holds on. 231 Roy Sismore, followed by John Dormer, Mark Whiteman. 261 is Andy Gunn. And 332. Andy Gunn must be wondering whatever's happening today, because he's quite a good 350 rider, and he looks behind him and only sees one rider and sees all these other riders in front of him. I'll give you the result, because it will spoil it for those that do want to watch it. But we didn't get many tries in the first half, but as I said, that was our tactics. If you want to know, either switch on the radio or wait till tonight. I don't know if it's actually repeated tonight, but highlights are on tonight. But it looked all lost at half time. But you'll have to wait and see what happened. To race 33, 1000cc sidecars, right-handers. There's a bit of a delay there, so I think we can get the result of race 32 out. First was 110, second 15, followed by 139, 9, 231, 1, 190, 261, 332, and 213. Time 1 minute 21 and 1/5 seconds, an average speed of 53.5 miles per hour. So, have I got time to go through that again? No, I don't think I have. Am I revving? Was that a satisfactory start? It looks fair here, you know, we're not quite in line here, but nothing too blatant on the flag starts, we're pleased to see. I just hope they stay like that for the final, because there is a final for the 1000cc chairs. All the finals are the last race of the day, so the best race of the day at the back of the day, the end of the day. It looks like we've got quite a close race this time, actually. I believe that's 74 in front, Duncan Tolhurst, the ex-solo rider. You can see Penny Hook up there in 4th place. Can't get to the ones in between yet, but hopefully we might do this time. Followed by number 4 and number 12. Well, number 12 is Gavin Newlin. And number 4 is James Rogers, James. First season of 1000cc sidecars for these young lads. They're not very old at all, not a great amount of experience, but certainly they're getting out there and mixing it. They took it steady in the first few meetings, which is very sensible to do, otherwise you'll spend the rest of the season in a hospital bed, so very sensible, but they're starting to mix it a bit now. Certainly a very unusual track for them to have to ride early on in their careers. Very unusual track, Ugley. Most of the tracks are fairly flat or side hill rather than bumps and side hills like it is. 74 Duncan Tolhurst wins, 34 Penny Hook wins. Keith Watts very pleased with that. Gavin Newlin was 3rd place, and I think James Rogers and Damien James was in 4th place. Track, which is Penelope's husband, trying to describe something which is about 6 inches long. I presume it's something that's fell off of the bike, so if any marshals see anything that's about 6 inches long, didn't see the shape of it, but that's what it looked like from here anyway. So if there's something lost on the track, so all marshals, if you can have a look, see if there's anything laying on the track. 74, 34, 12, 4 and 2, 1 minute 21 and 2/5, 50.6 miles per hour. And we're away with race 34, the other of the 1000cc sidecars. One of them actually took off as they went off the start line. It went over a little bump just before they get the first bend there. You don't really notice the bump unless you're on a 1000cc. Oh, we're going to pile out at the top. 2 outfits, one's gone in the back of the other one. But I think they're both safe. I think one of them conked out and the other one just hit him up the back. Looks like one of them's holding his bum. I think he had the front wheel up there, I think. Good job we're fussy about the tyres here, but the race has not been stopped. There's no reason to stop it. There's no reasons on the grounds of safety to stop the race. So one of them has got going again. So we will end up with 3 positions. In the meantime, we've been watching all the excitement on the top then. We've had a change of leader here, and it's quite an exciting race of the 2 runs that were still running. But we was watching up the top to see what happens, if everybody was okay, nobody injured, somebody with a sore bum. But the leader is coming up to the last lap, number 11, Justin Peach. Followed by 101, Gavin Newlin and Simon Wall. And the other one circulating, the one that I think ran in the rear of the other one, was number 7, Dave Green, who I believe had a little ride in the ambulance earlier, so he must have been okay. Nice to see him racing again. Unfortunate to be involved in 2 incidents on one day, but that's the way it goes. So a fine win there for number 11, Justin Peach, followed by 101, Gavin Newlin, and coming up in 3rd place is number 7, Dave Green. He doesn't need 2nd at 101, and 3rd, number 7. No other finishers. Time for that was 1 minute 20 and 2/5 seconds, 51.3 miles per hour. So that's 11, 101, 7, 1 minute 20 and 2/5, 51.3 miles per hour. I couldn't half do with an ice cream, but I can't see any ice cream vans here actually. We have actually got an ice cream van booked to appear, but I can't see him, and I think somebody was looking for him earlier. So we have got refreshments, and I believe there are cold drinks, donuts, sausage and chips, which will go down very nicely. Hint, hint. So won't be many more races before the interval. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more races before the interval. There will no doubt be a queue at the refreshment tent during the interval, so now's the time to meander along there, so you can get plenty of chips. If you're listening to me, Mr. Caterer, put plenty of chips in, because you're going to get a queue shortly. So away on race 35, the 500 solos, the 3rd leg of those. It's number 9, Mitchell Godden in front, followed by 175, Keith Potts. Mitchell Godden pulling out a little bit from Keith Potts. Both of these are also 350 riders, but they're both in the 500 class at the moment. 3rd place is 176, followed by number 5, Russell Mars. 176 is Adrian Phipps. Also in this race, 185 and 101. So Mitchell Godden's pulled out a fair old lead over Keith Potts, but dangerous setting up with Keith Potts coming in that bend. He's got the power on. I think he's up the inside of him. He is indeed. Keith Potts won't have any of that. He's going to have another crack, but no, Phipps said, no, sorry, I've got the line. You're going back a place. So good riding there from Adrian Phipps. He saw that Keith Potts had made a mistake on that bottom bend. He got the power on, and up the inside he came. So number 9, Mitchell Godden starts his... Oh, we've got a fall! Oh, we've got a fall here. 175, Keith Potts just misses Adrian Phipps. He's trapped under the bike, I think, but it's the last lap, so I think they probably could ride around him. I think if he can get up, he's getting up anyway. But I think they're not going to have a chance to get a red flag out. So as long as the yellow flags and he keeps still, everybody will avoid him. Good thinking, yellow flags, nobody overtaking, that's the way it should be. So 176, Adrian Phipps, he overtook Keith Potts and done a lap, and then came to grief in front of the caravan here, and fortunately Keith Potts managed to take the inside line and take avoiding action. 176, Adrian Phipps is going to push over. He's done 3 laps, so he will get credited with some points. He's going to, I was going to say he's going to get there in front of 101, but in fact he will be a lap down, but he'll still get credited with the points for last place. A minute, the grasser stand is, where is it? It's on the top of the hill there. It's a red and white thing, not the catering one. It's a small stand opposite the commentary caravan on the other side of the track. We've got the winning raffle tickets for you here. We'll read out in a minute, so if you want to prepare your tickets. Have I got time to give you the result of race 35? I think not. Indeed I haven't. On to race 36. And we've got 16 Scott Nicholls, the front wheel bouncing up and down as it goes over the ripples up the front there. Up the back straight. I think that looks a bit like Neil Scopes' style in 2nd place. I stand to be corrected if I'm wrong. Third by the leathers, but Neil Scopes it is. It's giving a challenge on Scott Nicholls, followed by Chris Tritton. Number 44 Peter Finch is up there, 41 Jed Rolph as well. But it's Neil Scopes that's got the lead now. I think it's Scott Nicholls. Where is Scott Nicholls? He's got a problem, I think. He's won all his races today, but he's struggling in this one. 15 is Neil Scopes, followed by 14 Chris Tritton, 44 Peter Finch. What is the problem? I think he's got a punch on the back wheels, as Scott Nicholls. If he can nurse it round for 4 laps, it's all points, although I would have thought perhaps he would have got through with 2 wins, who knows? But he really needs to finish if he could just keep it going. 15 Neil Scopes, followed by 14 Chris Tritton, 44 Peter Finch, followed by 25 Dean Harris, 41 Jed Rolph. Here comes Scott Nicholls, trying to keep it on the rim. They can actually come off the rim if you give them too much stick. Very difficult to ride with a puncher. 15 Neil Scopes wins, followed by 14 Chris Tritton in second place. Third place is going to be Peter Finch. Something's fell off there. Oh, what was that? Is that a battery or battery cover? 41 Jed Rolph, well done Jed. Something just beside Dave Duncan on the track there, I don't know if you've seen it, 561. Followed by 42, and Scott Nicholls doing a balancing act, trying to keep that tyre on the rim. Well done Scott. It's quite difficult just to actually do 4 laps with a flat rear tyre. First of all, because we haven't given you that one. Race 35, the result of that one was first, number 9, Mitchell Godden. Second, 175. Third was 5, followed by 11. 101, 185, 2 and 176. The time for that race was 1 minute 21 and 3/5 seconds, speed of 53.3 miles per hour. Race 36, first was 15 Neil Scopes, followed by 14, 44, 25, 41, 561, 42 and 16. 1 minute 20, 54.3 miles per hour. So I'll just run through those very quickly if I can. Race 35 is 9, 175, 5, 11, 101, 185, 2, 176. 1 minute 21 and 3/5, 53.3. And race 36 was 15, 14, 44, 25, 41, 561, 42 and 16. 1 minute 20 exactly, 54.3 miles per hour. On the line for the last of the 500cc solo heats, we've got Stephen Daw in this one, Nathan Mortan, Kevin Teager, Jason Wilby won't be there, but Malcolm Simmons will be, number 30, and it's Malcolm Simmons in front. Malcolm Simmons from Stephen Daw. Reverse that, Stephen Daw from Malcolm Simmons. Followed by, I think that's Kevin Teager up there in third place. Indeed it is. Oh, Stephen Daw hit a bump there, took him right wide. 30, Malcolm Simmons, followed by Kevin Teager. 73 is Julian Phipps. And also Keith Massingham bringing up the rear at the moment. Keith has stayed on today. Keith beats the ground more times than he wants to on grass track, but great grass track supporter. 110, Stephen Daw. 30, Malcolm Simmons. Looked up the inside, but the bloke's coming up the outside. Kevin Teager on his shoulder. Stephen Daw pulled out a huge lead now. Is he going to keep it going for 4 laps? It looks like he's got the power on already down there, halfway down the hill. The power is absolutely flat out. 30, Malcolm Simmons. Kevin Teager can't quite catch up with him. 73 is Julian Phipps, followed by 51, Nathan Mortan. And 87, Ben Howe. He's fairly well back. I thought Ben Howe would have been a bit further up there, and this is on a bright line. He's had a problem before. It's Ben Howe a bit further down the field than what we thought he would be. Stephen Daw cruises over, he's done the work. Followed by 72, Kevin Teager. 73, Julian Phipps. 51, Nathan Mortan from 87, Ben Howe. And 78, 30. I thought there was a change of positions, but Malcolm Simmons has had a problem. Malcolm Simmons is going to push over. It's certainly worth pushing over for the points to make the final. Don't quite see what happened there, but the bike is not running. If you want the autographs of any of these riders, we've got quite a few ex-Speedway and Speedway riders here today. I'm sure if you want to have a wander through the pits area during the interval, I'm sure as long as they're not working on their bike and got their hands all greasy and very busy, I'm sure they'll be quite happy to give you their autograph. But if they are busy, please don't pester them, because it's important they get their bikes done for the final. Have we got time to give you the result of race 37? So they're all getting out of the way. We're on to race 38, 1,000cc left-handers or cack-handers, whatever you want to call them. I prefer to call them the cack-handers. We've got 6 in this one. And they're all away. And they move over. Hello, they're all away, but they didn't go very far. One of them's got a bit of a problem. If you can make your way to the centre of the track. But they're all around the first bend, I think. I thought there was somebody's foot flapping out of the back of that one, but it's a mud flap out the back. I thought maybe he'd lost his foot and it was his leg dragging, but in fact it's a mud flap. Right, who have we got in front? Can we see the number? I think that's the one that was 69, wasn't it? Followed by 1-2 something and 1-2-6. I think they must lap score from the inside down in Kent, because you can't see much from the outside. The numbers don't have to be cack-handed, do they? I'm sure it's number 69 in front. It's not Bernie Townsend, it's Lenny Brewer in front, followed by 1-2-5, Tommy Penfold. 1-2-6, Neil Cuff in third place. They're all bunching together up there as they go around the top bend. There's 3 of them very much together. Certainly 69 Lenny Brewer has pulled out, but there's a very, very tight battle on there for second place. In fact, there's been a change of position. It's now number 9 Bob Gear from 1-2-5. Tom Penfold, followed by 1-2-6 Neil Cuff. Also circulating, somewhat slower than the others at the moment, 60 Keith Bovis. But in first place and coming to collect the checkered flag, 69. Lenny Brewer, followed by number 9, followed by 1-2-5 and 1-2-6, Neil Cuff in 4th place. Stephen Daw, 2nd, 72, 3rd, 73, 4th, 51, followed by 87, 28, 117 and 112, and 30. Time for that was 1 minute 19 seconds exactly, 55 miles per hour exactly. Could they call, please come down to the... Just had to have a swig of drink, it's baking hot in here. I thought it was a good idea being a commentator. It was pouring the rain yesterday, but we're sweltering in here now. Just repeat race 37 again very quickly before I pass out. 110, 72, 73, 51, 87, 28, 117, 112 and 30. 1 minute 19 exactly, 55 mile an hour exactly. Race 38, the one we've just seen, was first number 69, which is Lenny Brewer, which is not Bernie Townsend, which is your programme shows. First 69, followed by 9, 1-2-5, 1-2-6 and 60. 1 minute 36 and 1/5 seconds, 45.2 miles per hour. Repeat that again very quickly. 69, 9, 1-2-5, 1-2-6 and 60. 1 minute 36 and 1/5, 45.2 miles per hour. We've got number 1-2-5 in the centre of the circuit there. That's Tony Penfold with a bit of a problem. When you used to go down to Kent years ago and see these boys, if they actually got to the first bend and it conked out, they just sit there for another half an hour or so and just sit on the side of the track and roll a fag and watch the racing. But safety standards don't allow that anymore. But these boys are very laid back about the racing when they're not on the track. But when they're on the track, it's a different matter. Anyway, I think we've got 3 on the line for this one, which means we've still got 9 running, so we should have a full grid for the finals. This is the last race before the interval. After that, we've got the best race of the day. All the top riders put together in one heat. And that's when the sparks start to fly. We just hope it's only sparks and not too much dust. We've been okay with the dust so far. Fortunately, as I've scratched the surface off, I found a bit more dampness underneath, but it probably gets stitched up by the other riders, but never mind. There we go then. Last race before the interval. The best race of the day will come after the interval, so don't go, because the best bit is about to come. 151 in the lead there, going up the track sideways. His front wheel was pointing towards the caravan, but fortunately wasn't going that way. 151, Graeme Hilton in front. I had good eyesight, I could tell you who was in second place. I reckon it's 1, 2, 3 Billy Penfold. Just check my eyesight. Certainly got 3 numbers on it. 151 anyway in front. Graeme Hilton, followed by 123 Billy Penfold, followed by 68, who is Ken Jarvis. Billy Penfold partly responsible for getting the 1,000 left-hand sidecars up today. He's the liaison man for the left-hand sidecars, and he said we'd be delighted to come. Providing there's no other meetings in Kent, because obviously they would be expected to ride in their own centre first of all, but fortunately their meeting got cancelled, or he got played about with the date and it ended up being cancelled, and that's why they're here today. So it's 151 Graeme Hilton from 123 Billy Penfold. Bill Penfold's right up alongside him now as they come up there. Billy Penfold, Godden powered engine. Godden engine's made in Kent. We've got number 68 has pulled out. The engine has died, as they say. But Graeme Hilton is having none of it. Pulled away from Bill Penfold. Oh, what's happened there? Is we going through the ropes? We're outside the markers, mind the ropes. God, blimey, what was that? 1, 2, 3, Billy Penfold wins. Oh, spectacular! 155 Graeme Hilton. I thought he was going to plough all the ropes down there. He certainly had a few markers. I don't think he'd be penalised for that. I think certainly looking at it, he shut off for the corner and from about the left-hand side cars. I think he's going to have it. So you'll have to watch the Speedway start for that. But Sunday the 9th of July, White Cone, the Braintree Club, is definitely running. And also, we've also heard today, 23rd of July, the Woodbridge Club are running at Starsted. I think Starsted is in Suffolk or Norfolk, up that way anyway. Don't know which county it's in actually, but if you've got a good map, you'll find the village of Starston. There has been a grass track there before. I think that was run by the Wyndham Club some time ago. So that is also in the programme. And on the line, and it looks like we're revving up, ready for the first final of the day. The 250s, race 40. I didn't even have time for a sandwich in that interval. Here we go anyway. 16 Scott Nicholls in front, followed by 62 Steve Syrett. Third place is number 25. And it looks like Scott Nicholls pulled away from there. Time left in the race. And 16 Scott Nicholls is in front, 33 Richard Smith, followed by 62 Steve Syrett, number 25. Had a good position earlier, but he's lost out by that. For that finals, as per Eastern Centre Championship rules, Scott Nicholls, as he's done most of the day, in front, followed by Richard Smith, 62 Steve Syrett, 183 coming up there. He's come up through the field. Ian Lee Amis also in a good position there, 183. Chris Norris on the BSA, can you hear it? Doing very entering the last lap. 16 Scott Nicholls got a good lead. Richard Smith made a mistake, he got a bit wide. 62 Syrett in third. Ian Lee Amis in fourth. Chris Norris on the BSA is in fifth position. Somebody is off up on the straight. Who is it? There was a break in the track. The rider is off the track. I think we can continue with it because the St John's can get to the rider. As long as everybody misses the bike, then there's a coming past the checker flag anyway. 16 Scott Nicholls. Who has gone missing? 62. Richard, I think it's Richard Smith. It's Richard Smith that's gone missing. He's off the track. Somebody's gone up there a little bit quick, considering all the yellow flags were being waved. But that's why you should stay off the course until you make everybody slow down. But we've got marshals on there. We've got a bike in one place, a rider in another. But fortunately, everything was safe. He's up. That's good. I'm going to say it's quite a fast bit of track there. So glad to see Richard Smith up there. It's not very often you see Richard Smith take a tumble, but he went a little bit wide on that lap, but he kept inside the markers, and I didn't see what happened, but when I looked up there, he wasn't there. But Scott Nicholls. Second, number 62, Steve Syrett. Third, number 183, Ian Lee Amis. Fourth, number 7, Chris Norris on the 250 BSA. He'll be well pleased with that. His ears will be flapping. 5th place, number 3. Oh, sorry, yes, I was going to say, we're saying number 3, that was the bike that went past, but in fact that's number 70, it's Gary Wells, so if you want to cross out the 3 and put 70 to keep it correct. So 5th place, although it's bike number 3, it was rider number 70, Gary Wells. We did tell you that change, then forgot it ourselves. 6th place was number 6, Phil Ranson, followed by 74, 22, 25 and 12. This is the 2 laps practice I told you about for the left-handed sidecar, just for the passenger to get used to the driver. The speed for race 40 was 1 minute 26, an average speed of 50.5 miles per hour. So run through race 40 again while he's going round. Very quickly, 16, 62, 183, 7, 70, 6, 74, 22, 25 and 12. The 500cc sidecar, 4th leg, and a bit of a wheelie pop there by number 4, Simon Beard. Perhaps that's a victory pop in the wheelie. But closely followed by Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan as the dust starts to fly. That's why we didn't want a too long interval, because the track does dry out while they're actually going round and scraping the top off and find a bit of moisture. But as soon as you have an interval, the dust starts to fly. So 78, Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan chasing Simon Beard. 3rd place is the Carters from Preston, and 4th place is Steve and Fiona Todd. Let's hope they don't get in Lionel's way this time. I think he's beginning to get a bit annoyed with him. Keep shaking his head. Oh. There we go. We certainly had a cracking race with these two all day, and Simon Beard looks behind him and Lionel's on the other shoulder. If he can't see him on one shoulder, he presumes him to be on the other, and basically adjusts his line into the corner accordingly. Looks like Steve will get in the way again. He's just going in there, chatting away. Lionel's up the inside now, but how's he going to get on with Steve? Has Lionel got the inside line? No. Of course, Steve tied up the quicker this time. But how's Lionel going to get by? He's gone up the inside of him. He's got the advantage. He's done him a favour this time. Lionel was complaining about Steve earlier, but Steve has done Lionel a great favour that time. So it's the first win of the day for Lionel Cox. Well done. I don't know whether it's enough to actually get it overall, but I'm sure he'd be pleased with that. He got balked by Steve Todd, not intentionally in the previous races, but it worked to his advantage that time, and I'm sure they're well pleased with that. Well, super race there. Race 41 result. First number 78, second number 4. 3rd, number 7, and 4th, number 2. The end is nigh. Please pick up your litter before you leave. I haven't been on about litter this afternoon. I'm slipping up. After the racing's finished, all the club officials walk round and pick all the litter up. It would be most appreciated if you could actually pick up any litter before you go, because all this track is cleared tonight, because the sheep are on it again tomorrow. So please, 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 pick up your litter before you go. If it's not yours, it doesn't make any difference. Don't be ashamed, pick it up. 350 final, it's John Dormer in front, followed by 15 Neil Scopes. Steve Daw is in 3rd place, Mitchell Godden is in 5th place. And look, the Daw was flying down, and Neil Scopes has got by John Dormer, so is Stephen Daw. The dust is fairly horrendous now, but it's Neil Scopes in front, followed by Stephen Daw, and then John Dormer. Fortunately the wind's blowing the dust away, at least it's clear by the time we come in the next time, but it has got progressively worse during the afternoon. 110 Stephen Daw's got by Neil Scopes. So Stephen Daw, Neil Scopes, Mitchell Godden, number 9, one is John Dormer up there. I think that's Roy Sismore up there in the white shirt. But Stephen Daw has pulled out quite a big lead over Neil Scopes now, lots of change of lead. Mitchell Godden's got a problem, he's pulling out I think. 110 Stephen Daw starts his last lap, followed by 15 Neil Scopes, 1 John Dorman, 231 is Roy Sismore, 190 Mark Whiteman up there. Coming round to the last lap now, and 100 Stephen Daw looks like he's going to have a commanding lead and a win on this. 110 Stephen Daw wins, 15 Neil Scopes, 139 Dave Mears was also up there, 1 is John Dorman, 231 is Roy Sismore, 261 is Andy Gunn, 332 Nick Irwin, and 999 or number 9 Mitchell Godden is going to push over for a finish. He's done his 3 laps and he's had to check a flag, so he's 1 lap down, but he's had to check a flag, so technically he's a finisher. And 213. First 110 Stephen Daw, second 15 Neil Scopes, third 139, fourth number 1, fifth is 231, 261, 332, 213 and number 9. 1 minute 20 seconds, 54.3 miles per hour. So we've got this race and 2 more. We've got the 1000cc right hand final which is on the line, followed by the 500 solo final and the 1000cc sidecar left hand final. After which we would be grateful, as long as that race is concluded successfully, we would be grateful if you would actually help us pull up a stake and unhitch the rope from the stake. There's lots of stakes and ropes, so they've all got to be pulled out tonight, and all this rope has got to be reeled in. The field has got to be cleared tonight, so if everybody pulls up 2 or 3 stakes, it's most appreciated, but don't break the points off, wriggle it well, and away. I think it was a fairly clean start. Very leery jump as they come off the start there, but they've all managed to handle it without losing a passenger. Anyway, who have we got in front? Very exciting first bend up there. It's number 11. I think that's Justin Peach from 74 Duncan Tolhurst. So in a right old tear up at the front of the field there. Gavin Newlin I think I can see in 4th place. Tim Bennett in 3rd I believe, number 12. But who's got the better of the lead? Was it 74 Duncan Tolhurst? It is indeed. 74 Duncan Tolhurst from 11th. Justin Peach from number 12. Tim Bennett. Followed by Gavin Newlin, Penny Hook. Look at the dust! Good job it's actually moving away. I mean, we've kept you in a dust-free atmosphere all day, but I'm sorry if you do get dusted up during this final, but can't be helped. He was certainly wet enough to start with. 74, Duncan Tolhurst, followed by Justin Peach, Tim Bennett, Gavin Newlin, Penny Hook, and number 7, Dave Green. Despite his problems earlier, he's got back on his bike and made the final. Coming around to pick up the checkered flag, there's a change of position. I think Penny Hook's got up into 5th place. But it's 74 Duncan Tolhurst win, followed by 11 Justin Peach. So power in that corner. 12 is Tim Bennett. 34 Penny Hook's got up the place. Gavin Newlin behind that. And number 7, Dave Green. Certainly they were motoring now. Tolhurst. Second, number 11, Justin Peach. Third, number 12, Tim Bennett. Fourth, number 34, Penny Hook. Fifth, 101, Gavin Newlin. And sixth, number 7, Dave Green. Time for that was 1 minute 20 and 3/5 seconds, 51.1 miles per hour. I've got a call here from the 500cc final. 12 of the best 500cc riders in this race. I hope the dust doesn't spoil it. The young lad near the start gate with the red flag, we would be appreciated if you put it down, because it tends to stop races. We don't mind you playing with the flags, but after the meeting's finished. Can you imagine it? You get to the 3rd lap and everybody stops because the young lad waving a red flag. Never mind. So there you go, the 500cc solo final, promising to be one of the best races of the day. I hope the dust doesn't spoil it. Certainly the dust kicked up in that last one a little bit more than what we'd have wanted to. If you do get dusted out, it does tend to spoil it a little bit, but I don't think anybody could have predicted it would be dust at the end of the day the way it is today. If we'd have had a nice dull day today, that would have probably been more suitable for the track, but I'm sure you've all been happy to bask in the sunshine, which we haven't had much of lately. So, riders to watch for this one is 110 Stephen Daw. Now he's gone for grid 1 actually. He did have choice of grid and he's gone for grid 1. And I think sitting next to him looks like 175 Keith Potts. Sit next to him is 72 Kevin Teager, followed by 51 Nathan Mortan. Neil Scopes will be on there somewhere. Number 9 Mitchell Godden is on the other end of the gate. Can't see 15 Neil Scopes on there. He's there though, he's over this side. But it's 110 Stephen Daw in front, followed by John Dormer. So going to that first bend, it's not quite so dusty up that end. Dusty enough, but they've all got around there safely. It's 110 Stephen Daw. I'm not sure he's second. It is number 16 Scott Nicholls. Who else, of course, followed by 15 Neil Scopes, 51 Nathan Mortan. But Neil Scopes and Scott Nicholls. Well, Scott Nicholls and Stephen Daw up front, I think. Oh, Scotty's had a problem. He had a problem before. 110 Stephen Daw has gone out in front. 16 Scott Nicholls has hit a problem. It's Neil Scopes is in third place, but whatever it is, Scott Nicholls is actually having to pull out. He's having a wonderful choice with Stephen Daw. But that's the way it goes. I mean, he's had a lot of wins today, but he pulled out of his last race, and he's also pulled out of this one, but he's sorting the 250 final now, but he's been prized at 500. 110 Stephen Daw, pulling a big wheelie up the straight there. 15 Neil Scopes. 72 Kevin Teager next. 175 is Keith Potts. Number 9 is Mitchell Godden. 110 Stephen Daw. He's got the whole length of the straight. He knows it as well. He's had a good look behind him. Nice easy win. He had a good battle with Scott Nicholls first of all, but an easy win in the end. 15 Neil Scopes got second. 72 Kevin Teager just in front of Keith Potts, followed by 9 Mitchell Godden, followed by 73 51. Number 41. Jed getting a big old cheer. Jed the spread, and 87 Ben Howe right at the back. Jed has beaten Ben Howe. Never hear the end of that. And also, I think there might have been 44 Peter Finch at the back. First, 110, Stephen Daw. Second, number 15, Neil Scope. Third, number 72. Fourth, 175, followed by 9, 73, 51, 41, 87, and 44. 1 minute 19 and 4/5 seconds, 54.5 miles per hour. So race 9 never got beat, 56 miles an hour. I'll run through that again. I think I've got time. Yes, 110, 15, 72, 175, 9, 73, 51, 41, 87, 44. 1 minute 19 and 4/5 seconds, 54.5 miles per hour, 54.5. I can give you the result with the 500cc sidecar overall. First was number 4 with 23 points. Second was number 78 with 21 points. Third was number 7 with 16 points. And fourth was number 2 with 12 points. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left-handed chairs on the line for their final. Left-handed 1000cc sidecar final. The cack-handers, as are known around this way. Cack-handy because they go around the track the wrong way to what they should be, but there they go. Somebody just clipped a marker with an elbow there, but I don't think that's too blatant at all. Bit tight on the first bend. They're opening the motors there this time. I think someone was taking it easy earlier on, but they streaked down over that hill with the old passenger leading out as far as he can. I reckon it's number 69 in front. 69, 125, 126, 9, 123, 68 and 60 as they went by me. can't see number 69's number very well because he's placed the number plate where he puts his foot. You get a tremendous view of it from here as he goes up the hill, but nobody's got that good eyesight. But never mind. 69 in front, followed by 125. Tony Penfold, followed by 126. Number 9, 23, 68 and 60. I think it's 125 Tony Penfold in front. 69 is not Bernie Townsend as per your programme, it's Lenny Borer. 69 Lenny Borer, followed by Tony Penfold. There's a change of position up there, they're all going around the outside. Oh, I think he's gone a bit too wide really to do any good. 126 is Neil Cuff, and number 9 is Bob Gear. Followed by 23, 123 is Billy Penfold, 68 is Ken Jarvis, and number 60, Kevin Bovis. But certainly the first 4 positions all fairly tight. Last bend dive, Tony Penfold, is he going to chance it and go a bit quicker and risk that wheel coming up in the air? He's coming around the outside. No, it's 69 wins, 125, 9 and 126. Super Days Racing, there'll be no rerun of that. So, we would be grateful, I'll give you the result of that in a moment, but in the meantime we would be grateful if you would pull up a stake, take the rope off the stakes, wriggle the stake nicely so it comes out without breaking the point, otherwise I have a job to put back in September. And as many stakes and ropes removed as possible, save us a lot of work. There will be a queue at the gate to get out. Winners of the 1000cc, left-handers, or locally known as cack-handers, ride here for your entertainment. They certainly don't do it for their money. It doesn't even cover their costs of travelling up here from Kent. So give them a round of applause as they come by you. They've ridden for your entertainment today, at a cost to themselves, no doubt, but I'm sure they've enjoyed it. And I certainly appreciate you putting your hands together or waving a programme as they come round. I was certainly pleased with that win, and I'm sure you've all been pleased to see the left-hand sidecars here today. It's provided a bit of alternative entertainment. I'm absolutely amazed that they all stayed on 3 wheels all day. They usually have as many of them upside down as there is the right way up, and they tend to forget to turn the corner occasionally as well, tend to knock the ropes down. So we'll give the result out of that last race of the day. And I've also got the 350 points and the 2 valve points as well, positions anyway. Anyway, the result of race 45 to keep your programmes correct. First number 69, second 125, followed by 9, 126, 123, 68 and 60. Time for that was 1 minute 36 and 3/5 seconds, an average speed of 45 miles per hour.